Hey guys, so today I find this fascinating, things brands do to make money. So many brands will lie, cheat, and steal their customers to make more money. But these brands went about it in kind of a creative way, with inflation, everything that's going on with the economy kind of striking everywhere. A lot of brands will raise their prices. A lot of other brands will do more creative things, such as the term shrinkflation. And I thought I would give you some good examples of these because I just kind of found all these, what these brands have done to shrink their price or shrink their product amount, but leave the price the same so people don't realize that they're paying more for something and they're getting less. So I've got a whole list of them. Dove seems to be a very popular one. They're also owned by Unilever. So Dove, the first example I've got, their body wash started at 34 ounces and now it is 30 ounces. And even more creative, some of these brands made the packaging look bigger, even though you're getting much less. So you look at it, seems like a big bottle, and then you don't realize it until later you're getting actually less. So Dove body wash is the first one. Next up was the Fourth Ray Beauty Rainfall Serum. And this one, they just took a little bit off. It went from 30 milliliters to 28 milliliters. So it went from 1 ounce to 0.96 ounces. And they probably still use the same bottle. Next up, we've got Arm & Hammer Body Wash, or Clothing Wash. Arm & Hammer Clothing Wash went from 28 loads to 27 loads. And then the 27 load even has a bigger bottle than the 28 loads. It's not more concentrated or anything. It's apples to apples. They reduced it 1 load, and probably they'll do it next month. Or 2 months later from now, they'll reduce it to 26 and 25. And I don't know, eventually at some point, you're not getting anything. So you're not going to buy anything. Next up, another version of a Dove body wash. It went from 24 ounces down to 22 ounces. So what is that percentage-wise? I was at 10%, something like that. So they're very clever. Next up, and I know CeraVe has multiple sizes. However, this is their size moisturizer tub from Costco, so it's not a different size that they're selling, because I think like their moisturizer, they've got a few different sizes. Same thing with the cleansers. This is their specific tub from Costco. It went from 539 grams down to 453 grams. So that's quite a significant change there. Next up, another one from CeraVe, their Hydrating Face Wash Value Size version went from 19 ounces down to 16 ounces. So getting a little smaller, tinier. Next up, Johnson & Johnson Baby Powder. This one was interesting. So I think they decreased the size by a fifth. So it went from 500 grams down to 400 grams. So I believe that they took a fifth of it off and left the price, again, the same. Honestly, I'd rather just, you know what, if you're going to do this and you need to make more money because of whatever's going on, and I know some brands might be kind of overreaching some of this, and some brands, you know what, the cost of everything has increased, labor, fuel, things like that. Yeah, I won't go on too much of a tangent, but some brands, I get it, to actually continue, they have to increase their profits. But I'd rather you just increase the price, so at least I knew it, and I was still getting the same amount of stuff, so then I don't have to replace it earlier. That's just me. Personally, my personal take. Maybe other people feel differently. Next up, the Body Shop Exfoliating Body Scrub went from 8.6 ounces to 6.9 ounces. That is quite a drastic difference there. Next up, another one from Dove. Unilever, man, Unilever's all over this stuff. Dove Moisturizing Cream, it went from 1 liter to 900 milliliters. So 1 liter, so they cut off basically 100 milliliters off that. Next up, who owns Suave? I can't remember off the top of my head, but Suave Moisture Lotion. They kept this one the same price, but they took it from 32 ounces down to 18 ounces, which is about half, I want to say. And Suave is supposed to be one of those economical brands that people can trust. But anyway, so they're cashing in. Aveeno Daily Moisturizer Positively Radiant, 2.5 ounces to 2.3 ounces. And they kind of redesigned the packaging a little bit, maybe to distract you from realizing you're not getting as much. It's interesting how they do this, because obviously when they change the quantity of the product, they have to change the packaging. So sometimes they just change it. Charmin did this with their toilet paper. Now we've got the the swervy edges on the toilet paper, and I kept saying, I'm like, what is the deal with that? Why? They say it's better wiping when it's got the curvy new cut. To me, that makes no sense. I didn't notice it was better. My dad used Charmin. I use the cheap stuff, which I actually like. Scott is the cheap toilet paper, but I actually prefer it. My dad always used Charmin, so I'm like, what is with that? That curvy edge, that makes no sense. That's BS. It doesn't help you wipe any better. But when they did that, then they cut the length of the rolls, decrease the amount of the rolls, decrease the amount of sheets, and then, oh, we've got a new design that's wonderful for you, except we're going to give you much less toilet paper and then say it's good for you and it's going to be more efficient, and it makes no sense. Anyway, so I figured that one out finally because that one was bothering me for a while. I'm like, this makes no sense. It's not any better. Why did they do this? It's because at the same time, then they can increase their profits. Okay, next up, Vanity Cream Moisturizing Cream. They changed the bottle packaging, but they left the price the same and the amount the same. So that was, in my opinion, a victory. So good on you, Vanity Cream, for doing that. Just thought I'd throw in something good in this video. Next up, Nair Body Cream Hair Remover. I've never tried that stuff. It must work because people buy it. It went from 9 ounces to 7.9 ounces. So that's, what is that, 15% decrease. Next up, Olay Ultra Moisturizer went from 973 milliliters down to 883 milliliters. So that's a good 10% taken off. Next up, another Dove product. Maybe Dove is just this popular, I'm not sure, or if it's just Unilever is out of control, or if Dove is just this popular. But anyway, Dove deodorant sticks. The pack went from 5 sticks down to 4 sticks. I would never buy a pack like that though, myself. I'm currently using this Biossance deodorant, and I've been using it now. I feel like it's like 5 years, and this keeps going on and on and on. I don't know. And I don't think I smell, so I hope not. But it keeps going on and on. Maybe I'm not applying enough. I don't know. But I don't think I smell. Anyway. Next up, another Dove product. The Dove Deep Moisture Body Wash went from 24 ounces down to 23 ounces. That was a Costco version. Gillette razors. Razors are freaking expensive. I don't know why they're so expensive. I guess now I've got razors with like 100 blades on them or something. So the Gillette razor, this pack went from 3 cartridges down to 2, that's crazy, especially how much they charge for them. Razors are so freaking expensive. I've tried other brands. I don't know. I don't know if I notice. I try and use the cheap stuff. I don't think I notice much of a difference either way. So, okay, next up, another Suave product, Suave Refreshing Shampoo. They also changed the packaging a little bit. Went from 30 ounces down to 22.5 ounces. And then last but not least, Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Fragrance Mist. They kept the same size, but increased the price $6.50. So I guess it's a little different from Shrinkflation, but left the price the same, and they were just upfront and increased the price at $6.50. And a lot of products at Sephora and things like that are increasing their prices pretty rapidly, and Ulta and everything else like that. And in some cases I get, in some cases it seems like they're just taking advantage of the chance to increase prices. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I don't know. How does The Ordinary and Geek and Gorgeous get things done and still make their stuff affordable? Obviously there's a way to do it, but I guess if you're owned by Unilever, then you've got stock shareholders to answer to, and they just want money, and other things are at play compared to a small family-owned company. So anyway, I'm curious, any crazy shrinkflation or inflated prices you've been noticing out there? I think it's just going to continue to happen over and over and over again until something else changes, and maybe that will be never. I don't know. Okay, leave your thoughts and comments, and I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.